What's good, y'all? We back with another video. We got an update on the whole YBC Dul situation. If you all know, YBC Dul lost his life only 3 weeks ago, and for the Philly drill scene, it really shook everybody because YBC Dul in 2024 was putting up career high numbers in his music, but he unfortunately lost his life. And when they started naming YBC Dul as a West Philly gang leader, you should have known the DA, detectives, all of the above was going to work night and day until they figured out what happened and who took the life of YBC Dul. And that's exactly what happened. We got an article that's titled "A 16-year-old has been charged with killing West Philly gang leader YBC Dul and shooting 4 others." A 16-year-old has been charged with murder in the high-profile killing of a West Philadelphia gang leader and rapper, one of 2 killings and 3 shootings police say he committed across North Philly last month. Aiden Waters, who officials said is affiliated with a street group based out of the Olney section of the city, is accused of killing 2 people and attempting to seriously injure and kill 8 others within just 5 days in August. And then we got a question and answer type of format for this article. They asked, how did they link Waters to Dul's killing? Surveillance footage, fingerprints, ballistic evidence, and jail calls provided crucial in identifying suspects according to the affidavit of probable cause for Waters' arrest. The night Dul was killed, police said they recovered the shooter's getaway car on the 6900 block of North 15th Street. The car, which had been stolen a week earlier, had been burned, but detectives recovered ballistic evidence inside as well as a series of fingerprints along the doors. So it looks like even though they burnt the car up, there's still forensics in the car, and it looks like they found ballistic evidence, which is probably shell casings, and also fingerprints on the stolen car, the getaway car of Dul's murder. Detectives also recovered video footage of the getaway car and tracked it to a rear alleyway of a house on the 1700 block of 68th Street, where Waters lives, according to the affidavit. Video shows a young man police believe to be Waters get out of the car and attempt to cover his face before going inside the home. So they tracked the car, the getaway car, before it was burned, to Waters allegedly getting out the car, covering his face, and going inside the home. Investigators are still working to identify the 2 other people they believed were involved in Dul's killing. And then a week after Dul's killing, there would be 2 guns found in Waters' home. Police searched Waters' home on August 31st and recovered 2 guns. On Waters' bed, police found a 9mm handgun with a red switch, an attachment that turns a gun into an automatic weapon, as well as a laser pointer, extended magazine, and various other accessories according to the records. In Waters' basement, police recovered a 9mm Glock that had been reported stolen. A ballistic test of that gun matched the cartridge casing found at the scene of Dul's killing and the 2 other shootings. So in one of the most high-profile cases in Philly this year, what DA and detectives try to label Dul as a gang leader and also a high-profile rapper, there's not only fingerprints on the car, ballistic evidence in the car, they're saying that they tracked Waters all the way home with that getaway car and then searched his home and found a gun that they did a ballistic test on and could match it to the Dul killing. I know he's only 16, but that feels like a rookie mistake. And then they say, why did Waters kill YBC Dul? They're saying Waters is affiliated with a gang known as Fast Break, which is a lesser known group of teens based in the Olney section of the city. Members are connected to and considered the, in quotations, little brothers of a more well-known crew, M24. And then you got Philly DA Larry Krasner. He ended up doing a press conference about this whole situation at a basketball court. And one of the quotes from that press conference is him saying that we're putting a full court press on Fast Break, which is wild. And then other than the Dul situation, you got Waters' alleged crime spree. That's what they're labeling as. And in the week before the Dul murder, they're alleging that Waters paid a friend $100 to steal a car for him. That car, the white Kia Sportage, which is the same car Dul was riding in, if you've seen that video, was later used as the getaway car in the gunpoint robbery on August 17th, and then days later in the killing of YBC Dul. So they're saying they used the same getaway car in a Dul killing and in a gunpoint robbery. And then you got shootings and a murder that they're throwing on Waters. They're saying around 9:50 p.m. on August 18th, he opened fire on 2 people on the 500 block of Centner Street in Longcrest. A 43-year-old man was struck in the abdomen and a 14-year-old was shot in the leg. Both survived. Then just hours later, around 2:30 a.m. on August 19th, police say Waters with at least one other person fired more than 24 rounds into a car full of teens on a 200 block of East Duncannon Street. Two 16-year-olds were shot, including Marquise Saunders, who was struck in the head and killed. Around 4 a.m., police recovered the shooter's getaway car, a gray Hyundai Sonata, on the 6500 block of North 10th Street. Investigators were able to determine that a cell phone had connected to the car and download the data associated with the phone. It's crazy evidence to have on the DA side. And then using the phone that connected to the car, in that way they discovered a series of video calls between Waters and friends who were in jail. During the calls on August 20th, Waters discussed the series of crimes using code words like scrimmage to describe the shooting and slam dunk to reference a homicide as if it were a basketball game. There were two different scrimmages in one day, Waters told his friend. One slam dunk and one went in and out. And other than the dual murder that he's facing, for those crimes, Waters has been charged with murder, arson, causing catastrophe, conspiracy, and gun charges. He also faced 8 counts of attempted murder for the 3 people who were shot and survived, and the 4 other teens who were in the car during the Duncannon Street shooting but were not shot. And then you got the mugshot of Waters being released, which is crazy because he's 16 years old. They're releasing his mugshot, his name. I understand it's a high profile case, but I didn't think he was able to do that until I guess he was convicted or turned 18. And with his name being released, people were able to find this ESPN cover of Aiden Waters, the alleged murderer of YBC Dul, on the front page of this ESPN magazine for being the national champion for running the fastest 1500 time. Which is crazy to think about, that he's only 16, so his environment unfortunately got the best of him. This is all alleged. He hasn't been convicted of anything, but these charges he's fighting is definitely no joke. And like I said earlier, they got a lot of evidence. DA and detectives definitely were working night and day. And I know he's 16, but the alleged stats in the streets and the evidence that he left behind definitely feels like a rookie mistake. You're talking about a 16-year-old that took out a 25-year-old YBC Dul, one of the biggest names in Philly, rapper, streetwise, all of the above. And for Waters and Fast Break to get this score on Dul allegedly just goes to show how much people hated Dul in the city. He was the most hated because the groups he was going back and forth with, going word for word, bar for bar in the streets with, wasn't the ones that got up with him. It seems like a moment opportunity that was taken for whatever reason, and they end up getting the best of Dul. And it's very unfortunate. Rest in peace, Dul. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments down below. I'm gonna get up through it. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Keep doing y'all, keep doing me. Be safe, stay dangerous.
And right now, a 16-year-old boy is charged with the murder of a Philadelphia rapper. That shooting happened last month in Olney. The 25-year-old rapper Abdul Vix, also known as YBC Dul, was killed. District Attorney Larry Krasner announcing those charges today.
He also says the teen suspect is connected to several other shootings. Jeff, what can you tell us?
Well, I can tell you that the country and this region appears to have a problem with young victims and young people shooting guns. Listen, prosecutors with the district attorney's office tonight are urging parents in the city of Philadelphia to search the rooms of their children to find guns there and call the police to have them taken away. This, as you folks have reported, as he charges a 16-year-old with double murder. In a light rain near a basketball court in Olney, DA Larry Krasner reports he's charged a 16-year-old with the killing of 2 and the wounding of others as part of a shooting group known as Fast Break.
A small group of young people in the city of Philadelphia made a decision to hold a gun, to point a gun at another human being and pull the trigger.
The alleged teenage shooter is Aiden Waters. The DA says he's the killer of 25-year-old rapper Abdul Vix in a shooting on the 5500 block of North Fair Hill Street in late August. Investigators report they've linked Waters to a wave of shootings in Philadelphia last month, along with the murder counts. He faces attempted murder, aggravated assault, and gun charges.
It's called clout chasing, is what we call it. It's what everyone calls it, I guess. You're looking for notoriety. You're looking to make a name for yourself.
Prosecutors say the guns used in the killings were illegal and one had a switch installed, allowing for multiple shots with one squeeze of the trigger. Prosecutors are urging parents to search their children's rooms for guns.
Recover the firearms that are in the homes, in the basements, under the rafters, call the police, tell them you found a gun in your house.
At 16, Waters is likely to spend much of his life in prison if convicted, while a city council member calls for early intervention for teens like him.
We need to find ways to get a hold of these clout chasers, these young people who are oftentimes doing things just to be noticed.
Once again, a 16-year-old charged with double murder in this case. The district attorney calls this a rapid response to violent crime. The alleged shooting occurred just last month. In the meantime, they are urging parents to help them with their efforts. Live in Olney, I'm Jeff Cole, Fox 29 News. Folks.
All right, Jeff, thank you very much.